Often our lives are shaped by people who have poured into us, and we don't necessarily know the extent of how formative they are in our lives until we look back later, or people can see it and speak to us about their role in our lives. We have a great example of this with Joash, who is a king of Judah. His father is Ahaziah, and we saw in my previous video that he only lasted 1 year. He was an evil king, he was killed, and his queen stepped up and killed the rest of the royal family. But Joash was squirreled away by, of all things, the former king's sister, and she is also wife of the priest of Judah. What's interesting, her name is Jehosheba, and she is one of the few women actually mentioned in the Old Testament like this. So she is a great woman who has seen that she needs to preserve the lineage of Judah, and she squirrels away this infant who's hidden in the temple for 6 years. The priest is Jehoiada, and he is a fabulous priest. What he begins to do is pour into this young boy's life and teach him about God. And on his 7th year, the priest summons all the people of the land. He summons the leaders, he summons the guards, the people who are supposed to be helping support any leader that is in Judah, while this evil queen is still ruling. And he has them swear an oath of loyalty to the rightful king, which is Joash, who is now only 7 years old. But they then do this ceremony. They appoint him as king. The other evil queen is killed. We love these stories, right? But what's so interesting in this is that Joash was amazing in following God. And we see the significance of this because of Jehoiada the priest. So he had the king, Joash, covenant with God. He had a covenant between the king and the people that they would follow God. He had the temple and the Levitical order restored, and things that were supposed to be in place according to the law of God were put back in place. And he did amazing things as someone who was leading without authority alongside King Joash. It tells us this in 2 Chronicles 24. Joash did what was pleasing in the Lord's sight throughout the lifetime of Jehoiada the priest. This priest is so important that he actually got buried along with the royal kings of Judah in a sacred plot. Very special man. And unfortunately, his death meant changes for Joash. We'll cover that later. But think today about who's been influential in your life and how they helped form you. Blessings on you today.